You wake up before the alarm, not because you must, but because something deep inside demands far more. Most people trade hours for dollars, trapped in a cycle they never pause to question or escape. But you are different. You feel it. A quiet certainty that your financial story is still being written. 3 subtle signs separate the truly exceptional from the merely comfortable. Signs so quiet most never notice. You have felt the weight of financial stress, the bills, the uncertainty, the quiet dread of not enough. But beneath that stress, something stirs. A pattern of thought, a habit of mind setting you apart. What if the very way you think about money already places you far above the statistical average person? The elite never announce their advantage. They operate quietly, systematically building wealth while others chase fleeting, depreciating comfort. Today, we reveal 3 signs, hidden in plain sight, that you are wired for extraordinary financial success. Sign 1 has nothing to do with your income. Sign 2 defies conventional financial wisdom entirely and completely. And sign 3 is the rarest trait of all, the one that separates the wealthy from merely the rich. You need no trust fund, no lucky break. You only need to recognize what already exists within you. These signs appear in self-made billionaires, quiet millionaires, and those who build lasting generational financial empires across time. By the end of this, you will confirm what you suspected, or discover something extraordinary about yourself entirely. The journey from financial stress to genuine freedom begins with one powerful act, clear and honest self-recognition. Begin now. Behavioral economists have long studied what separates wealth builders from wealth consumers. The answer is rarely raw intelligence alone. The answer is architecture. Invisible mental frameworks that determine how an individual processes financial decisions across a lifetime. The first sign, you feel deeply uncomfortable with wasted potential, not just in money, but in time itself. Psychologists call this future orientation, the cognitive ability to delay present gratification for a superior future financial outcome. In the Stanford marshmallow experiment, children who waited for a second marshmallow consistently achieved greater life outcomes decades later. The wealthy practice temporal capital allocation, treating time itself as a scarce, investable, and deeply valuable financial asset. Average earners spend disposable income on depreciating goods. Above-average thinkers redirect capital toward compounding, appreciating systems of lasting value. Warren Buffett began investing at age 11. He later said his only regret was not starting even earlier in life. Future orientation is not passive patience. It is an active, disciplined, daily choice to prioritize long-term wealth over comfort. Institutions managing generational wealth, family offices, sovereign funds, operate on planning horizons spanning decades, never mere quarterly returns. If you think naturally in decades, 5, 10, 20 years ahead, you hold a rare and immensely valuable cognitive asset. The second sign is more subtle. It is not what you buy. It is what you deliberately choose not to buy. Capital efficiency is the discipline of the elite. Every dollar deployed must outperform the dollar that preceded its deployment. The average consumer sees money as a reward to be spent. The above-average thinker sees money as a multiplying tool. Morgan Housel observed, "Wealth is what you do not see. The car is not purchased, the watch is not worn." Invisible wealth is capital efficiency in its purest form, the accumulation of options, not the display of consumption. High net worth individuals allocate capital across 5 areas: appreciating assets, income vehicles, liquidity reserves, tax structures, and legacy instruments. The key insight of capital efficiency. Preservation always precedes growth. You cannot multiply what you cannot first protect. Every dollar spent on a depreciating asset is a dollar denied its compounding potential, the hidden tax of average thinking. If you instinctively ask, what is the opportunity cost of this? You are already operating decisively above the average. Now consider the third sign, the rarest of all, the ability to think in systems rather than isolated transactions. Systems thinking is the intellectual foundation of every great enterprise, from Apple's ecosystem to Berkshire Hathaway's capital allocation machine. The average mind sees a job as income. The above-average mind sees a job as a launchpad for leverage. Economists call this structural alpha, the ability to generate returns not through effort alone, but through intelligent system design. Ray Dalio built Bridgewater not on personal genius alone, but on radical transparency and rigorous algorithmic decision-making systems designed for scale. Systems thinkers build flywheels, self-reinforcing loops where each unit of growth accelerates the next unit exponentially and automatically. The wealthy do not earn more by working harder. They redesign the rules so the system itself generates wealth autonomously. Wealth preservation, the art of protecting accumulated capital, is itself a system requiring legal structures, diversification, and generational planning. Ultra-high net worth family offices employ entire teams dedicated solely to preserving and compounding wealth across multiple generations of family legacy. If you naturally seek the underlying structure of every opportunity, you are not merely above average. You are genuinely exceptional. Now let us go deeper. Understanding the 3 signs is the beginning. Their deliberate application is where power truly lives. Think of your financial life as a living ecosystem. Every element must serve, feed, and reinforce every other element. A forest thrives not because one tree works harder, but because roots, water, light, and soil form an interdependent system. Sign 1, future orientation, becomes history's most powerful financial mechanism, compounding capital across vastly extended time horizons. Einstein allegedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Those who understand it earn it. Others pay it. At 7% annual return, $1 doubles every decade. Patience applied to capital becomes an exponential, unstoppable wealth engine. The elite architect portfolios across decades, allowing time itself to become their single most powerful and reliable financial ally. This is time arbitrage, leveraging the present moment to capture disproportionately superior value in a far greater future financial state. Passive income is future orientation made tangible. Cash flow that arrives whether you work, sleep, or travel the world. Real estate income, dividend portfolios, royalty streams, digital assets. These are the rivers of wealth flowing without daily labor. Sign 2, capital efficiency, powers the flywheel. Spending less than you earn and investing the difference builds unstoppable momentum. The flywheel effect. Small, consistent actions compound over time into an unstoppable, self-perpetuating force of exponential financial momentum and growth. Each reinvested dollar adds weight to the flywheel. Each growth cycle spins it faster until momentum becomes completely self-sustaining and autonomous. Above-average individuals do not chase yield. They architect yield, selecting assets aligned with their risk profile and long-term time horizon. Asset allocation is the single most critical investment decision. Research confirms it drives over 90% of long-term portfolio performance entirely. Equities, fixed income, real assets, and alternatives create what strategists call an all-weather portfolio, a fortress of wealth preservation across cycles. Capital efficiency includes tax optimization, ensuring the government takes the smallest legal share of your compounding and growing wealth engine. Tax-deferred accounts, capital gain strategies, and business structures are not loopholes. They are architectures of intelligence used by every sophisticated investor. Sign 3, systems thinking, unlocks the ultimate wealth multiplier, a business generating value far beyond your personal daily presence. A true business is not a job you own. It is a machine producing value, revenue, and equity independently of your time. Entrepreneurs building scalable systems create compounding equity, ownership in machines that grow exponentially as market demand expands and scales. In the digital economy, a product built once sells infinitely, generating perpetual revenue streams without additional manufacturing cost or incremental effort. This is the ultimate expression of systems thinking. Designing once, then collecting returns across unlimited future transactions without additional personal effort. The most sophisticated wealth builders combine all 3 signs: long-term thinking, capital efficiency, and self-sustaining systems of continuous value creation. They hire for weakness, automate processes, and delegate execution, freeing their highest cognitive power for strategic and high-leverage decisions only. Their businesses become ecosystems, suppliers, customers, employees, and technology interconnected in a value network compounding with every single passing quarter. Private equity firms master this principle, acquiring businesses, systematizing operations, and creating value through architectural intelligence, not through personal. The secret textbooks rarely teach. Wealth is not built by earning more. It is engineered through superior, deliberate systemic design. Future orientation, capital efficiency, and systems thinking are not fixed personality traits. They are learnable, practicable, and infinitely scalable financial If you recognized yourself in even one of these signs, you are already operating above the vast statistical majority of people. So let us return to you. You who woke this morning feeling that quiet pull towards something greater and truly meaningful. You have sat with discomfort not because life is hard, but because you sense it can and should be far more. The world measures wealth in screen numbers, but you now understand that true wealth is measured in freedom and own time. Owning your time is the ultimate luxury. No yacht, no mansion compares to the absolute sovereignty of your own hours. Every financial decision from this moment forward is a vote for the future version of yourself you are building. The 3 signs are not a destination, they are a compass, orienting every choice toward long-term, compounding sovereign financial freedom. Begin with one act of future orientation today. Redirect one stream of spending into one stream of investment. Watch the flywheel begin. Practice capital efficiency not as deprivation, but as power. Every dollar saved is a soldier serving your financial future faithfully. Build your first system, however small. A side income, a savings vehicle, a skill monetized beyond your primary employment today. The gap between where you are and where you desire to be is filled not with luck, but deliberate compounding action. The elite did not inherit their mindset. They forged it through study, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to the long game. You already carry the seeds of financial exceptionalism. These signs were never about what you lack, but what you possess. Your legacy is not money alone. It is the systems you build, the minds you inspire, and the freedom you model. Wealth at its highest expression is not accumulation. It is the quiet, sovereign freedom to live entirely on your own terms. You were never average. Now you have the language, the framework, and the fire to prove it. Beginning today, always.